DraftKings Sportsbook is the best place to bet touchdowns. I have teamed up with DraftKings to bring you all your favorite ways to bet touchdowns as we start to wrap up this NFL season. New customers can turn $5 into $300 if your bet wins. Paid in bonus bets, the crown is yours. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, use the code Sonnen, stay on the action, and use your bonus bets on DraftKings same-game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. Love the thrill of live betting? Bet live on star player props and in-progress games right as they happen. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports and have the shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use my promo code SONNEN and bet just $5 on any wager and get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. That's promo code SONNEN only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Matt Brown, not a huge lover of the main event between Paddy the Baddy and Justin Gaethje. Matt called it a co-main event fight. Said that's a co-main event fight, and the fight that should be over the top of it is Ilia Topuria versus Arman Tsarukyan. Okay. I just don't know that if any of us disagree. I think that was the plan. I think the plan was Ilia Topuria. And a little discussion of Ilia Paddy and Daniel Cormier shared with me behind the scenes. They were trying to get Justin Gaethje to do that fight. And, when Justin was doing that whole banging of the drums of, give me fight or give me freedom, they were listening, according to Daniel. And generally that strategy doesn't work, but there should be exceptions made for Justin. I think that we would understand that. He's never asked for anything. And he's done some pretty heavy lifting. It's just a very hard line to jump over because you had the organic face-off, not to mention Mr. Hand Sanitizer routine. And that's Paddy and Ilia. And then you've got Arman, who it was his weight class with one exception, which was Islam. So when Islam leaves the weight class, just by default alone, it makes it Arman's weight class. Except he was stuck in purgatory, and you're kind of trying to figure out what to do. Let's stay where Matt's at. Because I don't want to speak for Matt. He does a very good job of speaking for himself, but I think what he's referring to is this is a watered-down version of a 155-pound title fight. We don't want the watered-down version. We want the 155-pound title fight. Great. I think that's where he's coming from because subsequent, you have all this media, and there has been tremendous media opportunities going into this new network of being Paramount Plus. Arman's been taking them. Arman Tsarukyan has been the face that has been out there doing this media. Arman finally said it. Arman said, man, Paddy's singled out Paddy. Paddy's doing a terrible job of promoting this fight. I'm the only one promoting this fight. Now, he gave Justin Gaethje a full pass. I think that's because, historically speaking, we have no reason to believe that Justin Gaethje is going to go out there and be a media darling in the first place. Like, if Gaethje isn't doing media, but that's in line with the way that Gaethje promotes a fight by largely not doing media, nothing to see here. Paddy's a gamer. Paddy's out and about. And according to Ilia, he's not doing the heavy lifting. And then Ilia started to point out the things that he are doing. All that it made me really think of is, okay, Ilia's the backup fighter. And I want Ilia to be a backup fighter. I want backup fighters. I view backup fighters differently. I think they're cool. I think it's a big opportunity. I think it's a great way to stay in shape. I think it's a great way to stay united with your team because now you've got to go through the training camps. You got to get to the airlines. You got to check into the hotels. You got to go through the weight cutting process. You got to go through the licensing process. Like it's a real team exercise. There is a financial reward just for putting yourself in that position and defeating the scale, of which the percentage game of MMA still works out. For that reward, your manager is going to get a percentage and your trainer gets a percentage. And I'm just saying, it's a nice little piece of business. It's what dreams are made of. Sometimes you get put in. More often than not, you don't. And the backup fighter, with every exception but once, has become the guy fighting for the title. This would have to be, aside from hook or crook, some unforeseen, this would have to be the second time a backup fighter did not get put in a position. I mean, that in and of itself could delay the backup fighter. Like, if they wanted Paddy, I apologize, if they wanted Tsarukyan, they agree with me. Hey, Tsarukyan's doing a great job with the media, and we need something special for this fight. We already lost our co-main event. Hey, Tsarukyan, can you be the backup fighter? Since he's already done that once and didn't get anything for it, remember a moment ago when I told you there's only one exception? He's the exception. So now you would be asking him to do it again. The dog that already bit him is coming back saying, I might need to bite you again, but it might provide a real opportunity. And I would just imagine that Arman would have got a little stronger on that phone call and said, yes, I will do that for you. I'm in shape, I'm training, I've even kind of been expecting this phone call to come. I just need to know that once I do this, I fight for the belt. Well, this is that unique time where the UFC can't say yes. They just can't, because it's an interim belt, and you got Ilia sitting here, and we're assuming when Ilia comes back, Ilia coming back, reigning champion of the world, is going to trump backup fighter, you owe me a favor. Unless Arman wants to wait, right? I mean, do you see where like a little bit of the problem comes in? I still want it to be done. I don't think that we have to have all the answers. I think sometimes we just need a company guy. Sometimes we need a guy that's just willing to say yes, and this may not pay off for me. I believe in this sport there's something called necessary evils. But they've got to happen, and they got to happen for the protection of a card. And this card specifically, which just lost its only undisputed title fight, the most sought-after women's fight of all time, and officially the co-main event. When you take that kind of a lump, you got to look around and go, hey, plan B's on me. I need a plan B, and I've got one. And he's out doing media, and his name is Arman Tsarukyan. The only question that I am unable to answer right now is that if Tsarukyan comes in as plan B, does this favor for me? What equitably can I do to repay him?